And welcome back to Out and About today. We're looking at some of the LGBTQIA film and TV highlights of the past year, turning our attention now to a best-selling memoir turned feature film by TV journalist Michael Ausiello, who embarks on a roller coaster ride of emotions when his partner gets diagnosed with terminal cancer. Take a look. This is spoiler alert.
I'm afraid the news isn't good.
I was always afraid Kit would break my heart, and eventually he did. He broke it open.
I've only got one life, and I want you in it.
You have to run the race in front of you because that's all there is.
Looking back, this is less of a rom-com and more of a love story. He can't sit for 4 hours. We promised bed.
All the beds are occupied.
Get my husband a bed! Well, that was Oscar-worthy. Work for Shirley MacLaine.
That's such a great... As soon as I saw that clip, and even before they said the line, when he said, "Get my bed," I was like, that sounds just like Shirley MacLaine in Terms of Endearment. And that's what it was. So this one looks, for me, of course, you know, we were talking before, I adore Sally Field. So excited she's in this. She's playing the mom of the one who has terminal cancer. But it's based on that memoir. And I told you guys, too, I read it recently. And it has, even though you know that the hero dies, in the end, it had a lot of inspiration in it about how you approach that kind of basically battle with your partner when you know things are coming to a close. So what's your impression, though, of the movie and then wanting to see it? Pam.
It looks great. I mean, I love Sally Field myself. I don't know if I can see it, really, having some dear friends that went through this recently. It might be something I'd table and see never. It looks outstanding. I mean, the performances, and I just think it might be too hard. That's where I am right now.
No, I hear you.
I can sympathize with that. And we all can. We've all been through scares recently with friends and family and stuff. And so I think but taking that into account, it kind of shows that another way that we're all the same. You know what I mean? Like another way that we're all the same. We all struggle with this. We all go through this. It doesn't matter who your partner is and what gender they are. It's a life story, and lessons can be learned. And so I'm kind of with Pam. I may not see it right away, but I can't pass up Jim Parsons, though. I mean, he just is incredibly funny to me no matter what he does.
And he continues to just, I mean, do project after project that has so much meaning and heart and laughter. And I mean,
after all those years of being Sheldon, I mean, he's got such range, right? And he just really is. He's fun to watch, and I don't mean fun in the sense that he's just interesting to watch, I guess is the right word.
Right. One of the things that I took away, again, I haven't seen the movie yet. Of course, I'll be first in line when it does come out. It comes out at the beginning of December when we'll start airing. But the book, as much as parts of it were hard, he does something that's really fascinating at the end of it that kind of lifts your heart up.
Really?
So I'll just say that. So, because I was wondering, how are they going to end this? Does he just die and that's it? But so I'll leave you with that. So it'll be interesting to see what the movie does at the end. Okay, now we're going to talk about a series. It's called High School, and you're familiar with Tegan and Sarah, of course, you know, incredible musicians. Basically, you know, in 1998 is when their career started. They had this series, and it's coming on for a second season, High School. So let's take a look at it, and then we'll talk about it on the backside.
I think it's better having it be our secret. Totally.
Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for
I'm not one of your clients.
No, if you were one of my clients, you would actually talk to me.
I'll burn my eyes out.
I miss you, Tiggy. I miss you too.
Based on the memoir by Tegan and Sarah. So that is called High School. So Pam, impressions?
My impression is, where have I been? And I need to see it. Come on, now I can binge something, right? Because we're on season 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to get back to you on how it is, but I'm interested, for sure.
Were you a fan of Tegan and Sarah's music?
Not really.
Not really, yeah. I mean, it was more grunge music when they came out in '98.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it was 98.
I know when you said 98, I said 98.
Right, right. So your impressions, Brent?
My partner's already been watching it, and he loves it, and that kind of makes me think I should watch it too. But I've kind of been sort of where Pam has been lately, where I've not really been looking for a drama of this magnitude. But knowing that you've recommended it, I may give it a shot. Can I say that?
Yes.
And you take that in a good way. It's just so easy to fall into a routine of watching comedies, but I need to broaden my horizons.
And you love it?
Yes, yeah. And I will say too, I just always find it fascinating when we're in the minority, if you say, 1 in 10 people are gay, or whatever the stat is, that 2 twins, they're gay, I love that. I just love the fact because,
true.
It's sweet to me. And also the fact that when they came out with their music in '98, they were open about who they were from day one. And in '98, musicians, I mean, that could be, not good on the career, but they came out. They were loud and proud.
We're still talking about them, right?
And I love that. And now one of them has a 5-month-old son. So they've got, some really sweet things going on.
Yeah. Well, I always count on you to help me figure out what to watch. I truly do. So I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah. So let me ask you, too, when we see some of these shows, and we're going to talk about some of the ones that have already come out in the next segment, but when they don't live up to the hype, do you have reasons sometimes why or if it's not as successful as you think it might be, do you have reasons why you think that might be? And that's kind of a leading question, so.
Well, I don't know if I have reasons, but I think our expectations get really a lot higher and we get more disappointed, right? I mean, that's what I think, because we're counting on it. There's only 10% shows, right? Or whatever the number is. And so you're really just counting on it to hit it out of the park. And we're not going to like everything.
No, but to your point, though, you feel like because our community has for so many years, forever, really had to kind of band together and stick together, there's a certain amount of that. There's some shows that I've continued to watch. I hate to say it, I keep watching Call Me Kat only because Leslie Jordan was on it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel committed to that. And then, of course, he's a whole other discussion we can have later. But I do feel like sometimes it is out of just that loyalty to the community.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, Call Me Kat, Tom and I were saying, my husband, that's why we were watching it, was because of Leslie.
Yeah,
and
right.
I know he's going to be on 3 or 4 more episodes, and I don't know that we'll watch it after that.
I'm kind of glad to hear you say that, because I felt a little weird about being the same way. But yeah, he really made the show for me for that reason.
Yeah, just being very transparent there. So
me too.
It's getting hot in here.
I know, right?
Okay, up next, did the hope for Harry Styles in My Policeman live up to the hype? We'll discuss when we return.